Welcome, Scorpio. Whoops. Here's that card in case you wanted to see it. I have previously shuffled all of these cards and just doing one final. What do we need to see for Scorpio for this month? And this one has been previously done as well, but I will do a quick shuffle. This is a message for the month. Let's see, rock bottom. Okay. Wow. Goodness. I chuckle because as much as I shuffle these, a lot of times the same cards come out for each reading and I'm quite baffled, but I think maybe it's the cycle of the world, the time of the year, the end of the summer, that similarities happen in people's lives. And I think I think when back to school happens, evidently, this is my take, when back to school happens, maybe there's a whole universal shift that happens for all of us that we're not even aware of. But I mean, there's a change in traffic, there's a change in a lot of things, right? So maybe that's the difference. But okay, so let's go. 9 of Wands is taking action and energy and doing things, and he's been working. He's got almost done. He's almost to number 10 and completed with this. Okay, so he's just looking to get completed with his job there. Okay, the Lovers, this is a partnership, good things coming into your life. It's a major arcana, and yeah, blessings. They look like they're being blessed, right? Okay. So Queen of Cups, she's at the top end of her happiness. She's very satisfied, abundance and intuition. She's even on water, which is, Scorpio is the sign of water. And it's also intuition, confidence, and all good things. Okay. Ace of Swords is a new thing, a new idea, a new communication. It can be some kind of new conflict that has arisen on some other things. Judgment here, this looks like Judgment Day, so it's something surfacing that is in judgment. And let's look at the other cards here. It looks like something else is coming up. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. There's an abundance, a good thing. This man is sharing his wealth with these two here. I want to say these are, I believe I've heard that sometimes these can be angels in disguise. To see how you would respond. So maybe that's you, that you have a chance to do good, and look at the possibility that it's an angel in disguise. I mean, sometimes it's just a couple of dollars that can make all the difference, and it's nothing to you. So maybe there's a chance or a potential that it could have a huge impact on someone else. This is Four of Swords, and this is retreat, recharge, meditate, take a moment, rest before something comes up, which is Eight of Swords. And this is something is in your head, and you're making a bigger thing out of it than it is. Okay, we'll see what the cross card is. But I feel like this has something to do with it. It's right next to it. In fact, look at this line. However, the judgment is, you might think that someone is judging you, and or they can be, a lot of people, and you feel worse than you should. Okay. Three of Swords is a separation of, you know, things are not going to work out like you want them to. Things are not going to work out like you want them to. And just be prepared for that, and try to stay strong and manage your emotions in that place. Like this break that you take is going to have to last a while. Okay, because this could be something went very right, and then it went very wrong, and now it's not going to work out. Okay. Okay, let's do some cross cards. And this says rock bottom, so it does look like there's some moments, but look at the two paths. There's actually four paths. If you look at these two paths, and the path on the top and the path on the bottom, there's a lot of paths to get out. This is grass and that's grass. Just try to keep it together, and keep moving forward. Oh yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, we have Queen of Wands on top of the Nine of Wands. This is action. She has confidence, and strong and getting to the next level. And she doesn't care what people think. However, when you get over to here, you do care what people thinks, or they care what people think, and they care what people thinks. So what you start out with at the beginning of the month, you might not end up with. Just try to keep your cool and manage yourself. The Lovers, yeah, this doesn't look. The Lovers with the Ten of Swords across it appears to be a betrayal. This appears to be a betrayal. And I would say this goes full circle to an exit. This is an ending card, not an actual death card, but something's going to end. Something's going to end. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, the Queen of Cups with her confidence and her self-assurance is crossed by this. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, the crossing cards really confirm in this case. Okay, the Knight of Swords, charging through. This card is a youthful person, charging through, not calm at all, not using his head. He's ambitious and just charging forward without any care in the world. Okay, and the Death card is just an ending to something. Okay, so whatever you think, like this seems to come full circle in a month. Okay, and here's more swords crossing the Three of Swords. Things are not going to work out as you want them to. You get betrayed, you have judgment, it's clean, you know, exit. And then this one, you think you've taken their weapons, or it appears that the weapons are taken, and kind of they are not able to battle after that. But I've said this before, sometimes it does stop them, but sometimes they come up with a bigger battle, a bigger weapon. Okay, so you look, or they look quite satisfied. You might think you won, but there could be some consequences to this card. But I would just say, try to keep your cool in all situations. Know that this has to happen. I feel like the major arcana of these are events that have to happen in your life for your growth and everything. Okay. I'm going to pull some, we'll look at these again in a minute. I'm going to pull an angel card. This is an angel tarot deck, and Queen of Air. Okay. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your Death card. The Death is your card as well. I was looking for support. I was looking to see if you have support in here, because Queen of Air. But the Death is a support card for you, I believe, even though the meaning of it is an ending. Okay, Queen of Air, independent, experienced, realistic, witty, objective decision-making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me pull a Moonology card and then we'll get back on the reading here. So you have Lovers, Judgment, Death, and okay. So here's a Moonology. Find a balance, full moon in Libra. You know what? Mercury retrograde ends this month as well, so maybe things will improve. Find a balance. Okay. And now if you have a business or thinking about starting a business or anything like that, we're going to pull 2 cards for that situation. Okay, Aquarius, Rebel, and 4th house, Foundations. Okay, and I'll read these cards and then we'll go do a full review of this. Okay, so Aquarius, rebel, the water bearer. Okay, and the keywords are futuristic, altruistic, rebellious, and detached. Altur, ALTRUISTIC. Okay, and the affirmation is, my vision is my legacy for the world. Okay, and fourth house, foundations. Let's see. The keywords are structures, systems, support, offerings, and the affirmation is, by investing in the right foundations, I support my business's growth. Very good. Okay, let's take a look at the overall story here. Yeah, there's a lot of swords, and yeah, lots of swords this month. There's definitely, okay, so here's wands, major arcana, and cups, pentacles, and swords. So you have mostly swords this month. Okay, ace of swords, three of swords. Don't you have a four? Yeah. And 7, 8, 10, knight. So you have 7 swords cards. You've got a very volatile month according to this, okay? It's communication, conflict, struggle, change, resolution, somewhat emotions. I would say if this opportunity comes up, be prepared. This is what I want to say in this situation. It can be karma. Okay, there can be something that's handled for you here, or even lovers, judgment, death. I mean, there can be something that's lightened or handled for you here that you could offset some karma with this situation. So, you know, don't overdo it, but do a nice thing if that opportunity arises. Because you have 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. Like, this is a heavy situation, and it's very much in your head. The swords are what goes on in your head, okay, in your thoughts, in your mind. And then the wands are very much your environment. So you don't have a lot going on in your environment, but I would just point out the 2 wands you do have, they're both looking the opposite directions. Okay. There's 2, there's 2, there's 2. Okay, these are all single situations here in the swords. So just try to get through the month. Try to get through the month. And then be sure and read next month's. Go to Instagram as well. I have some really good stuff on there, stargazing, and the Planet Parade is coming up, and the Mercury retrograde is exiting, and Jupiter is in Cancer for a year. Maybe pull that up and see if that has some complementary situations in it. the way I look at these is a lot of times they're just destiny lessons. Like you have to get through it, and it hurts, but it has to happen. Okay. So, anyhow, Scorpio, I thank you for watching. This is a very interesting spread, and I hope everything goes well. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next month.